Let me go ahead and pull up comments on the laptop here. All right. I'm pulling up comments on the laptop so I can read them live. I can hear myself. All right, now I can see comments on my laptop. Okay, well, welcome. My name is Gabe. Welcome to our channel, Our Simple Story. And this is Coffee Talk number 16, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 16. And as you can see behind me, the backdrop has changed just a bit, hasn't it? Normally I do these outdoors, but it's kind of cold and overcast today. And additionally, I'm excited to reveal to you all my studio for the first time. This is the very first time I've used this for YouTube, and I'm excited to share it with you all. So as you're coming in, do me a favor. You can hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. And I'm watching comments here on the laptop, so I can read them, I can see them. I kind of want to know where you're watching from. So I've got Noah back here on the camera, and he's manning things back there. So welcome. This is exciting. Coffee Talk 16. What do you think about the studio? Let's start with that and go through the notes here that I have. Let me take you, I guess, and everything kind of has a story here in the studio, but this is kind of, let's call this our studio tour, I suppose. And Arkansas, welcome, Charles. Good to have you in the Coffee Talk this morning. Let's do a studio tour real quick, and I'll explain everything in the backdrop because there's a story, like I said, behind everything, and then I'm going to say give out some shout outs. So this is my main guitar over here. This is my Martin Dreadnought. This is a banjo that a friend of mine gave to me. Thank you, Lucy. And let me get this hat down while I'm thinking about it. This is a, oh no, we got to turn our lantern on, don't we? There we go. This is an old vintage lantern that I got from my brother and sister-in-law. And got some good books up here, some very good, meaningful books that I love. And this right here is a cypress knee that I harvested from the forest. Unfortunately, I didn't realize at the time that I was actually breaking the law. You're not supposed to do that. But anyways, I took a saw out when I was about 12 or 13 years old and sawed this out of a swamp. These are binoculars that used to belong to my dad. And this is a deer that was taken by my dad back in 1991. It was taken by him. I don't remember where it was taken. And it's a 198-pound 8-point buck that he took. This is a magazine that I got from somewhere years and years ago, but the cover of the magazine is more important. This is Dave Sheely. He's a personal hero of mine. He lives down in the Everglades of Florida, down in South Florida, and he hunts skunk apes. So Dave Sheely is the man. He's the bomb. Then up here I have a painting that I bought when I was in Uganda for my third trip to Uganda, and I have a picture standing next to the artist who painted the painting. If you can see that, if I show up on camera. His name is Zach, and really cool guy. He lives in the art shop in a little closet in the back of the art shop. He was a street kid who was basically homeless, and purchasing his artwork went to support him in furthering his education. So I thought it'd be cool to do that. I have my longboard skateboard right here. Great means of transportation. Although my bones are old and brittle now that I'm almost 40 years old. Oh gosh, it's gonna fall. So that's pushing my luck with that skateboard for sure. Then over here, the cross sections of the trees. The top cross section is a tree that was in my front yard when I lived in Central Florida. And unfortunately, I think it was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, Hurricane Irma came through and took that tree out of our front yard and laid it across our driveway. And I had to process up that tree and chainsaw it all up. And that's just a small cross section, a little souvenir. Thank you, Hurricane Irma. The tree below that is from a year later, Hurricane Michael. So we moved away from that home about 7 hours away, and we moved right into the path of Hurricane Michael. Fortunately, it was only, I think, a high 1 or maybe a category 2 when it actually hit our home. But that tree right there came out of a friend's yard, I went down and helped with some cleanup efforts down there in the panhandle of Florida. And that tree came out of his yard. That tree landed on a friend's roof and actually punctured the roof. So figured I'd save a cross section of that pine tree. We got a maple tree and a pine tree. The even the backdrop here has a story. Thank you, Todd, for the backdrop. These were actually fence panels from Todd's yard, his privacy fence, and he needed some help tearing out an old fence. Went over there and figured I'd help him tear out this fence. And as I did this, I realized, you know what, this would make a great accent wall. It's been sitting in our driveway or under some cover for the better part of a year before I finally was like, you know, it's time to do something with this backdrop. And I cut them all into different lengths and sanded them down, and it made a great little accent wall. So here we are in our studio, and I'm excited. Okay, let me give some shout outs here real quick, and I got people coming in. Hey, Alexis, good to have you again this morning. So I want to give a shout out to Patty and Joe, the Blackman family, Sherry, Jep Foe, Shay Baines, Jude Carroll, Willis Wake, Jean and Joan, Alexis Steele. Look at there, you're on the list and you're watching. Super cool. Bama Outdoors, Keith Daly, Warren Whitmire, Cindy Seeger, and ARN, and last but not least, my mother, who is watching these as well, which is kind of terrifying to think about as well. So she can share some stories in the comment section maybe. Well, on our agenda today, we've already covered the new studio, and I did not cover its purpose. Why did I go through all the work of creating this studio? A lot of different reasons. You know, when you're out there filming videos in the field, in the yard, in the woods, whatever the case may be, you're at the whim and the mercy of the weather. But also, there's a lot of weird noises in the background. You hear people like my neighbor's leaf blower or whatever. And this is a nice controlled environment down here, and it's kind of like a little cave, and it's completely soundproof. I can control the lighting. I can control the temperature. I can control the sound a lot better. So it's not done yet. I have a nice desk that's coming in the mail, and it's going to be about, you know, I'm going to raise it about 36 inches up. So I'll be sitting here at a desk. You'll see that in front of me. I'll have my coffee cup, my laptop, and different products we're going to be talking about, or mail from you guys, whatever it is, you know, different souvenirs. So it's not quite done yet. It's getting there though, and that's kind of the purpose of the studio. I want to be able to kind of come in and do more, I guess, what they call talking head kind of situations. Do, you know, morning shows like this with the coffee talk. Be able to have guests in and mic them up so you can hear them good, and kind of just make it a little bit more professional. So this is kind of a big step for our channel to have this studio and to have kind of a more professional, I guess you could call it, vibe. We've been operating now for, gosh, 6 or 7 years as a channel, and I've never really taken it very serious until the past like 3 or 4 years. And now we're thinking, okay, how do we kind of scale this up a little bit and make this something that we can bring more content to people that is more meaningful and more memorable. So we're excited what the future holds for our channel. Recent videos, let me recap some recent videos we put out onto our channel. Most recently, last Sunday, I released a video of me paddling from my in-laws' backyard out to the ocean. It was about 35 miles, and it took me 3 days to paddle it in a kayak. I made it, but that was the last video. I think I made it to an island in the last video, and I gave you a tour of this little, it was maybe a half-acre island. Some of you maybe watched that. I found like a little liquor bottle on the island and this weird, creepy lean-to fort that someone had built out there. Found a lot of dead horseshoe crabs, a dead shark. So you can check out that video. I just posted it last Sunday. But tonight, I think it's at 8 p.m. tonight, Central Time. So that would be, if you're watching if you're in Eastern Time in the USA, that'll be 9 p.m. tonight. The last day of that trip goes live, and I must tell you, this is the best day of the 3-day trip total. Me chronicling my journey from my backyard, or from my in-laws' backyard to the ocean. I wake up on this island, and some of the things I experience and get to see and get to film are just phenomenal. My paddle out to the ocean, I'm actually crisscrossing through some of the nicest and most elaborate homes in the entire world. Literally through their backyards, I'm paddling and I'm filming some of this, so it's really cool. Just the footage is beautiful. It was a beautiful day that I finished up this trip. I stopped for lunch somewhere in my kayak and actually get takeout in a kayak, so you want to check that out. But again, if you're coming in just now and you're watching, please let me know in the comment section if you're okay with it. Put the state in which you're watching, put you know, a little bit of like what brought you to our channel, and just whatever. I'm going to read comments here in just a second, but I see them coming in on my laptop. I'm trying not to read them just yet, but please put any questions you have for our family, for our channel, in the comment section, and we'll get back to you. All right. I'm looking at our channel is nearing 25,000 subscribers, and that's just mind-blowing to me that we have that many subscribers. We're like 24,200 and something. I can't remember, but when we hit 25,000 subscribers, which might be later this month, I just don't really know, I'm going to be doing a big giveaway, and I want to, you know, send a package to somebody basically, and I'm thinking what I'm probably going to end up doing is some kind of trivia type game. And I'm going to set up like an email account, and I'm going to put out some questions in a coffee talk just like this, and then you have to email me the correct answers to those questions. So here's kind of like a sample question. What did I find on the island? Or what kind of liquor did I find on the island on which I camped on the second night of my trip? Or what is the name of our family's dog? You know, just stuff like that. You know, you might. I guess what I'm saying is, like, if you've watched a lot of our videos, if you faithfully watch them, which you know, you might not have a life if you do, but if you do faithfully watch it, you should do fine at some of these questions. But anyways, in the package, in the 25,000 subscriber giveaway, it will be some merchandise. We're kind of delving into different articles of clothing and merchandise, which seems weird to even say. But one of the things that we're doing is producing these hats right here. There's only 3 of these hats in existence right now, and they're nice, kind of like trucker style hats. And yeah, they have this little badge. It's okay. I think they can see it okay. Noah wants to hold it up to the camera a little better.
Our simple story, join the adventure. Cool.
Yeah. So there's only 3 of these in existence, and you guys can, if you win the contest, you can hold one of the only 3 hats in existence right now. After that, though, I think we are going to branch out and try to produce more of these, and a company that I'm working with is going to be able to get me a price, like a kind of like a bulk price. But this hat is going out to one of you all watching this. In addition to some other things, we're going to have maybe some stickers, different things like that. And yeah, it's going to be a package. But if you have any ideas of things that you think might incentivize people to want to play this 25,000 subscriber giveaway, just put it in the comments, and I would like to see some of those things. Or if you have any ideas of, you know, things that we could, like a game or something like that. If you have any ideas on, you know, who, basically determining who wins the package, the giveaway, put that in the comments below. I'd love to see that as well. All right. One of the cool things before I get to your comments, back in Coffee Talk number 12, I wrote a letter to a little friend of mine. Manny was his name, and he's 13 years old. I met Manny in person back, gosh, when he was like 8 years old. He was a student at a school at which I taught, and Manny is blind. He is one of the sweetest kids you'll ever meet. He's a really, really cool kid, and his entire family is awesome. But I would interact with him from time to time, and just a really neat kid. Well, they were looking for people. His teacher was looking for people from all around the United States of America to write him letters. And so their goal was to get letters from all 50 states. So we went ahead, after she contacted me, we went ahead and sent Manny a letter. And in that letter, she wanted something tangible because Manny is blind. He needs something, you know, tangible. She thought it'd be ideal to have something physical in there that he can like touch, you know. So what we did is we took, because we're in Alabama, and there's tons of cotton around here, we went and actually picked a piece of cotton from a field as they were beginning to harvest the cotton. We put it in an envelope and we wrote Manny a letter, and I think I talked about that in Coffee Talk number 12. I actually show the letter, I show the cotton, and then we mail it off. So anyways, we're excited because Manny has sent us some mail, and I know a little bit about this mail. I know it's, you know, he's going to be writing to us in Braille, which is really cool. But I got Manny and Manny's mom's blessing to read some of these to you guys on YouTube, so I'm really excited to do that. But Manny wrote 3 letters, and And Manny might very well be watching this at some point, maybe not live, but at some point, because I told him that I would be doing this. So hello, Manny and family. Thank you again. So really cool. He made these little keychain things here. He made 3 of them, one for Eli, one for Noah, and one for Micah. I was trying to talk Micah to coming down here and being in the video, but he's so shy sometimes. And anyways, these really cool Florida-shaped keychains. And he made different colors here, so that's really neat. And then he put little sequins on them or something. And these sequins correspond to the Braille letters of each son's first of their names. So like one would be Micah, one would be Eli, one would be an N for Noah. So that's really cool that he took the time to do that. So he says in his letter, let's see here. Maybe I'll read Noah since Noah's sitting right here behind the camera. He says, Dear Noah, kayaking sounds fun. Oh, and let me pause and just show this to you guys. It's in like Braille. So you can see, I hope that shows up on camera. And it's in Braille, and then his teacher wrote over top of that using, just English letters. But he says, Dear Noah, kayaking sounds fun. I would like to kayak sometime. Did you get watered by the tree? Psalm 1. Oh, because he's reading Psalm 1. She says this, the reference to Psalm chapter 1 is because our devotion today was about the tree planted by water. Manny thought it was neat that you camped by the water, like in our devotion. Miss Argetta, Manny's teacher. He said, Did you see any animals? He said, I am 13 as well. My birthday is December something. I'm going to leave it out for his privacy. Thank you for your letter, your friend Manny. Oh, that's really cool. And he wrote Micah. He said, My name is Manny. I'm 13 years old. I like to cook, eat, and talk. My favorite thing to make is spinach casserole, though I do like to make other things too. I hope you are having a great day, Manny. And to Eli, he said, Thank you for the cotton. I'll take it off the stalk. I like the hot weather here in Florida. I like to go to the beach. I hope you have a great season. I love Manny. So cool. And just the fact that he took the time to do this and to do it in Braille is really neat. Also, he included in his package a Braille chart, and it kind of gives us like a code cracking decipher tool here. We can see the different letters in Braille and everything. So that's really neat. But thank you again, Manny. If you're watching this, we'll write you back here soon. We're going to send another letter in the mail and maybe find something else that's iconic to Alabama. But yeah, so let me go to comments now and read what you guys have. If you have any questions or things that you would like to add to the conversation, please put those in the comments below. Charles Greenlee says, looks good. Thank you, Charles. Alexis is from Columbia, Pennsylvania. That's awesome. I'm glad you're watching all the way from Pennsylvania, Alexis. And let's see, Charles Greenlee says, I did the same thing in Jamaica. He just used spray cans. I'm not sure, what are you talking about? Spray cans. Painting. Oh, up here. Okay. Oh, I don't know that he used spray cans. I actually watched him make his art. I actually stood there and watched him. I think I filmed a little bit too. But yeah, Zach here painted with the brush. Yeah, I went into the studio and actually watched him work a little bit. Charles says, it's a good idea. It looks really great. Thank you, Charles. And the Blackman family is watching. Thank you, Blackman family, and hello again. Well, guys, don't forget, tonight at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, day 3 of our In-Laws Backyard to the Ocean goes live. I'll be premiering and watching with you all. I want to say thank you to new and old subscribers. You guys are awesome. Without you guys, this channel would not be doing what we're doing. Our family would not be doing what we're doing. I will say, let me talk about real quick about some videos on the horizon. We're going to be probably in April or May be building a raft comprised of 55-gallon like plastic drums, and we're going to be building this like 8 by 16, I think, raft. We're going to be living on that raft and camping on it, putting a tent on it, floating down a river. We don't know what river yet. It might take several days to do. We're going to be filming the entire adventure, put some solar panels on there. We're going to cook on the raft. We're going to live off of it, fish off of it. So in addition to that, I have a video coming up where I'll probably be doing stealth camping video. People seem to like when I go stealth camping. And I've got a spot in mind, and it's a really interesting spot, and you won't want to miss that. It's actually going to be really tricky. I'm actually still trying to think about that. I'm probably going to be filming that as early as tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Actually, I think the day after tomorrow. I'm hoping to get out there and complete this trip, this stealth camping trip, and knock it out and film it for you guys. It's going to get cold tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to that part because I hate being cold. So the Blackman family says, the room looks good. Thank you so much. And Charles says, Pill be there. We'll be there. We'll be there, maybe? Anyways, thank you. Oh, yeah, we'll be there. You're talking about the premiere, Charles. Thank you. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you. All right, guys. I want to say have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in to Coffee Talk 16. We're going to try to do this again same time next week, Lord willing, if we can make it. I am Gabe from Our Simple Story. Keep it real.